Hi, it's Diane MacEachern with Big Green Purse and author of Big Green Purse. Use your spending power to create a cleaner, greener world. I wanted to welcome you to my home today so I could show you what I do to live a cleaner, greener life. Come on in. Well, come on in. This is my dog, Heaven, so she'll be in and out. We're going to talk about pet care some other time, but she's a real ham and she loves to get in the pictures. Come here, Heaven. Come here. Come sit down. Come on. Good girl. Okay, so this is my house, and we built the house ourselves after working with an architect to design it. We wanted to have a house that felt spacious, but actually had a pretty small environmental footprint. So we have no walls on the first floor, except for the walls around my office, and it feels very open and airy, but in fact, it's not a lot of square footage. Without the walls, though, it feels very spacious. One of the things that we did to improve the solar gain of the house and to reduce the amount of lights that we actually needed was we put a lot of glass on the south-facing side of the house. So all day we have a lot of light streaming in here, and actually in the winter, all the leaves fall off the trees, we get a lot of solar energy coming into the house. We need no heat at all during the day because we have so much solar energy warming the house. It really helps us reduce our energy costs. One of the most important things that we did when we made our house more environmentally friendly was to paint it with no VOC paint. So all the walls that you see in the house, all the surfaces that have paint on them have actually been painted with paint that does not contain any volatile organic compounds. So the advantage of that was we really wanted to have healthier air to breathe, and we were in the house the entire time it was painted. None of us developed headaches or any kind of respiratory problem because of the paint, because it was absolutely breathable, and that was really important for us, especially for me because I work at home a lot. I have a bunch of plants in the house because plants help purify the air. And rather than use phony air fresheners that have a lot of nasty chemicals in them, I just let plants do the job. The bit of carpeting that I did use is actually made from recycled soda bottles. It's very soft and it's actually very easy to clean. You can clean it with soap and water. So on the stairs and in the hall upstairs and in our bedrooms, we have carpeting made from soda bottles. After 20 years, it was time for us to get new furniture, but I decided rather than buy completely new furniture, which meant frames and foam, cushions, and all of that, we would simply reupholster the furniture that we had. And we did that. We saved a lot of money on new furniture, actually doing reupholstering. And of course, we saved a lot on resources too, because instead of throwing out all that old furniture, we recovered it, and it looks like it's brand new. So we're in the kitchen. You might wonder what I use to clean the kitchen and the rest of the house. And it boils down to just a few simple ingredients. I always start with water, hot water, obviously. A little bit of baking soda when I need an abrasive. Something called Bon Ami, which is a little bit stronger, and I use it on kitchen counters and in the sink and in the bathtub and the toilet. And then if I need something, sort of a degreaser of some sort, a little bit of liquid dish soap that's fragrance-free, phthalate-free, and doesn't have anything in the way of phosphates or other chemicals. Mostly I'm aiming to get my house clean, but not have it left with that sort of very powerful smell that you sometimes get if you're using commercial cleaners that have a lot of synthetic fragrances in them. I made a real effort to try and buy the most energy-efficient appliances I could, in my price range certainly, and that includes the refrigerator, which uses the most energy of any appliance in the house, apart from your heating and air conditioning system. And my oven, my stove, my oven has a convection option in it so that I can cook using convection, which is more efficient than using just the regular bake feature on the stove. I use a microwave a lot to heat up leftovers, which saves time. And I use my toaster oven, which is big enough to do casseroles, to make baked potatoes, and so on. Again, it uses a lot less energy than my regular oven. I have a teapot, an electric tea kettle that I use to make hot water for tea, which I drink morning, noon, and night. And I actually also have a seltzer maker so that I don't have to buy bottled seltzer water. I can make my own seltzer water here at home. I'm a big fan of buying locally, not just fruits and vegetables from my farmer's market, but the artwork that I have in my home too. All of the artwork that you're going to see on the walls of my house has been produced by artists locally here. We've done a lot to try and save energy. We highly insulated the house to keep heated air in and cold air out in the winter and vice versa in the summer. Almost all of the light bulbs in the house are like these, which are compact fluorescent light bulbs. They've saved us a lot of money and energy over time. We also use a programmable thermostat so that we can easily adjust the temperature up and down depending on the seasons. And again, it's something that saves us a lot of money over time. So I built the house in 1985 and I've been updating it pretty much ever since then and trying to take what I've learned on my own in terms of green living here in this house and share it with you. If you want more information, please take a look at Big Green Purse. Use your spending power to create a cleaner, greener world. Just about everything I've learned I've tried to put into that book. Lots of useful links there and suggestions on what you can do to live a cleaner, greener life.